Really quickly, before this video starts, I just want to say that this video is sponsored by 𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗂. GXC is a platform for both gamers and game creators. Game creators can upload both big and small projects to their GXC platform and showcase what they've been able to build. Gamers can find, the games that they want to find literally almost instantly without any download, any sort of extra steps, or any sort of super long download times. 𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗂 is super easy to get to. All you have to do is download the 𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗂 software, their website for gamers that has been around for super long that everyone seems to love. And then you can go straight to their 𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗂 and, you'll be able to see this massive list of games all over the place, which is absolutely fantastic. I played 3 different roguelike games, and it's super easy to find as well because all you have to do is type in the type of tag of game that you want to find, whether it be survival, roguelike, or whatever. I have a personal preference to roguelike games. The first roguelike game that I played was called 𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗂𝗁𝗍𝒻𝑏𝑟s, which was actually a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be, which is something that I really like with video games like this, is that, the intensity of these games is so much fun. But basically, you are a spaceship going around trying to destroy these entities before they destroy you. And honestly, I spent almost an hour playing this game. I loved it. It was so much fun. So that was the first one. The second one that I also played was called Super Raft Boat. Super Raft Boat, basically, you're on this ocean, and you're trying to build up your raft as other things are coming in and trying to destroy you at the same time, which, again, was also super intense. These games are, honestly, so much fun. I have been playing them for the past couple days, and I gotta say, probably one of my favorite, game types is, they're intense, they have good soundtracks, you always have something new to work towards, and I absolutely love that. So that was the second one, and the third one that I played was called 𝗃𝗏𝗰𝗿𝗄. Basically, you are this little character going around in almost like a PvP type of setting where you're exploring different areas of a map, and you're collecting up different things and going to stores. And the actual fighting animations of this game was really cool. That was something that I found that stood out to me, was all the really, really cool fighting animations that were in this game. So those were the 3 different games that I played, and honestly, I enjoyed every single one of them. So if you do like roguelike games or any games, as a matter of fact, they have hundreds of different games that you can play. If you like any sort of games, browser games and things like that, I do seriously recommend that you check out the link that's in my description and go and check out, 𝗿𝗲𝗁𝗂𝗁𝗂. It was honestly one of the best browser game websites that I had ever, personally seen. So I do recommend you go check it out. Links in the description, and enjoy today's video. As is typical with almost any YouTuber on this planet, there is videos that we can't upload. We'll record something will go drastically wrong, or something just doesn't seem right, and then we don't upload the video just because we don't like it. Now, today, I'm going to run you through one of those videos. I have the video file, and the actual video itself, almost everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. So this is going to be similar to a bloopers video because it's definitely one of those videos where it's outlining all the things that went wrong. But instead of, me just putting them all together in a bunch of clips, I'm actually going to run you through why I didn't upload this video. Okay, so this is the video here. I'm sure you recognize it because we did end up re-recording this video a second time and then actually uploading that second version. But now I will run you through basically what went wrong in this video and exactly why I couldn't upload it. So the beginning of this actually went okay. It wasn't actually that bad. And I was actually in here with 𝗿𝗏𝗁, who I was at the time recording with, but he wasn't there for the second one. However, the actual beginning of this went well, which is why we kind of went for the whole video, because I thought, maybe the start went well, a few things go wrong, we can fix them. But, one thing went wrong, and then it was just like a snowball effect. Everything started going wrong. So I will just quickly skip to the first part that went wrong throughout this video here. So this was the initial scene when things went wrong. So at this point, I had been kidnapped by a taxi driver, 2 of them to be exact, 𝗃𝗶𝗱𝗄 and 𝗵𝗂𝗄, and 𝗵𝗏𝗁 had been killed by what I believe 𝗃𝗶𝗱 was the one that killed him. They've just robbed me, and now there's this cop who's coming up, and if you pay attention, you can see that 𝗃𝗶𝗱 has got his weapon out, pointing almost at me, which he will be here in a second, and you can see this cop coming up at the front right here. So this cop right here, pay attention to what he does throughout this point here. No!
Smell your friend. Put a gun at him! Make him!
Cops!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, will you do something? Jesus Christ. Guys, you have cops
you know what
everywhere.
to do.
This is not your time.
Goose.
This is not the time to play games with them, dude. This is not the time.
I
This is
trained
not
you
the time
for
to
a
play
reason.
games. This is not the time to play games.
I trained
Help
you for a
me!
reason.
Help, dude! Help me! Oh my god!
Get them all. Get them all.
Oh my god, dude! What are they doing? So I'm not entirely sure if you picked up on exactly what was wrong with this scene, but let me run you through it. So, as you can see, this guy right here, he was shot at in the beginning. So you saw that his vehicle was being shot at by Goose as he was standing behind me. And then when I ran over here, Goose came over here and shot his vehicle a couple more times. Now you can see there is 1, 2, 3, and then there was 1 behind as well. There was an explorer behind as well. So 4 cops on scene, and this Goose right here was shooting this cop with the blue hat right here, and he did nothing. He didn't get out. He didn't shoot back. He didn't, you know, like, call for backup or anything like that in the exact moment. But when he did eventually get out of his vehicle, he paid 0 attention to Goose, who was firing bullets at his vehicle, and decided to come talk to me instead. Like, he got out of his car and then started talking to me and saying, "Sir, I think you're overreacting right now, okay? Look, I know there's bullets flying right towards my face right now, but look, I gotta talk. I need your statement, bro." Like, so that was the first thing that kind of went wrong, was that this guy right here kind of got out of his vehicle and ignored the fact that Goose was, like, firing bullets at him the whole time, and just came and spoke to me instead. Oh, Lord. So that was an interesting experience, I gotta say. That was the first thing that went wrong, and then it did continue from there. I'll go to the next scene where something went wrong. Do something! Pull out your gun or something! He's got a weapon! Oh my god, he's dead. The blood inside of my toe is just frozen. Is this what they mean by being cold-blooded? Because I don't think it is. Jesus, dude, I should not be walking right now. This is actually excruciatingly painful. I'm just very good at hiding it. I'm gonna sit down because this is so bad. Dude, what? Oh my god, what are you doing? I thought you got shot! Someone do something! Don't just watch him run! So, in this scene, I will preface that probably about 4 minutes before this exact moment right here, Goose was full killed. So Goose had been shot and had died. He then used an admin command to heal himself and get back up. So that was another thing that went wrong. Goose was shot several times, and then he managed to get back up and then be fully functioning and running and all that kind of stuff, which was another thing that went wrong. Because I saw him go down, I saw him get full killed, he should have stayed on the floor as, you know, the whole situation was unraveling. So that was another thing that went wrong, was that he got back up and started running around, ran to me, but he should have been dead the whole time. And again, you can kind of see that there's a cop over here talking to the media. There's another cop right here. There's a couple people who are just sort of standing around, not really doing anything. And also at this point, I had said that I had frozen feet and like a whole bunch of broken fingers. So both of my feet were almost unusable at this point, and my fingers were broken, but there was no EMS that were actually doing anything to help me at that moment in time. So the next scene where something went wrong was pretty much around about here, give or take. So just after this point here, this is when I was going over to the ambulance because I had to be helped for my my issues. And so obviously with the things that I had hypothermic feet and broken fingers, so I wasn't able to walk and I wasn't really able to pick anything up at the time. So I should have been put on a stretcher so I didn't have to use my feet, and then put in the back of the ambulance, but that didn't happen. My medical attention yet. I'm still sitting here with a bunch of busted fingers and extremely hypothermic feet, okay? They're turning blue, okay? That's an issue. I need help, dude. Oh my god, he's in the ambulance. And there's a media crew, like, running around trying to get everything. Okay, so with this scene, one of the things that I wanted to point out was the fact that, one, Goose had gotten in the only emergency vehicle that I was able to be in to be able to get my wounds treated and things like that, and then get myself taken to hospital. But second of all, the news crew. I don't quite understand what they were doing, because you could see that they were just kind of running around aimlessly on the scene, and not really, like, they didn't really have any specific, like, idea of what they were supposed to be doing. Like, you can just sort of see them running around. They weren't really doing anything. They were just on the scene almost everywhere. There was guns being pointed, tasers being pointed, and they were paying like zero attention to any sort of safety. So there's that too. Okay, so one of the last things, this was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me, was from exactly about this point. I had made the conscious decision to, on my frozen feet, walk myself to the hospital. Or I suppose run myself to the hospital, because I knew that there wasn't any chance of me getting in the ambulance because Goose had gotten back up and was running around and was in the ambulance. And all the officers were completely preoccupied with what was going on with Goose, and there was no one else around to actually help me in the situation. So I had to take myself there. So the reason that my feet were so frozen was because in the actual roleplay, BR and Goose had taken off my shoes and socks, so I was standing on the frozen lake in bare feet, so my feet were frozen. But I had to walk myself from here to the hospital on my hypothermic feet. And one of the reasons that I didn't like this scene, you know, if the cops had like been aware of the fact that I left the scene and had come to get me or whatever the case was, then I might have been able to salvage this. But they just didn't realize. They had no idea that I just walked myself off of the scene. The only witness to what happened, the only person that was there to tell them what exactly happened, who was involved, what they took, the only witness and the only victim on that scene, and I had to walk myself off of there, and no one realized that I left. Not one person took the initiative to think, where is the one person that was actually part of the scene before we got here? I was the only victim, the only person that they had to, you know, give medical treatment to. And then, like, you know, as I was walking down here, eventually there was a bear cat that came up and they just watched me walk. They just went by and watched me walking to the hospital. So I was just running down this road. No one was aware of the fact that I was away from the scene, as the only person who could explain what happened and, you know, what they took, what went down, so that they could get like a full statement, take me to the, you know, the police station, get me medical treatment. Nope, but this bear cat goes straight past and just doesn't realize either. They just go straight to the scene. So just this entire thing made me laugh so hard, because I was like, what is going on? And he came back. He came back again and then just went past me a second time. I also don't know why there was a bear cat involved, because the scene had already, like, the whole thing had already been, like, dealt with, but then they called SWAT or something. But the whole thing it was just so funny to me, because just seeing all of these little things and then me walking myself off the scene and nobody realizing that I was gone the whole time, that was just absolutely hilarious to me. Anyways, yeah, that's one of the videos that I didn't upload. I have got a couple of these, so if you do want to see another video, another breakdown to why exactly I didn't upload certain videos, or why I had to reshoot videos or whatever, just let me know, because this was actually pretty fun to make, rewatching these videos and just laughing at the mistakes that were made at the time. But I gotta say, this was probably one of the funniest things that has happened during a recording, was the fact that I was able to just leave this scene with a whole bunch of cops and active EMS, and just no one realized I was gone. But yeah, that was the reason I couldn't upload this video. We had to reshoot the whole thing, which did eventually go up. I'll put a link on screen right now to that one right there. If you guys do want to go watch that. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and have a good day. See you later.